Welcome back to Training Wild Burros. In today's video, we're going to work with wild donkeys Joker and Cisco. So we're going to work on getting Joker better with leading. We're going to start working on centered circles with him. They won't be very centered yet, guys, because it's our first time. We're going to work on a tying lesson with Joker and then accepting touch with Cisco. So stay tuned so you can see all this. We'll have a little bonus of our puppy Calamity Jane later on. And I am glad that you're here with us, you guys. If you are working with your donkey and you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm never making any progress. I feel like it's Groundhog Day every day or 51st dates. It will all happen. It's going to come. With Cisco, he's so cute. Like, he's nervous, but he wants to be training. He wants to do the training and the attention, even though he's nervous. So with Joker here, what I'm working on is talking to his foot. So I'm going to put my hand out, and I want him to move his front left foot. He doesn't have to move it a lot yet, but eventually I'm going to want him to get back on his haunches and move that foot more towards the center of his body and out a little bit. But when we're teaching donkeys to do things, we need to break it up into really, really small steps. So to start with, if he picks up that front left foot at all, we're just going to reward that. A donkey is really going to learn and understand whenever we can break things down into really small steps. When you think about, I always heard a donkey has to think it's their idea. Well, what does that mean, right? I'm going to put my hand out straight in front of me. There it goes. And then I'm going to wait for him. I'll use my flag to encourage him, but I'm not pulling him around. So I'm helping him come up with the idea on his own to move that foot. And I could be wrong, guys, but that's what helping them think it's their idea means to me right now. So here I just keep working on that one front left foot. There, see, it's not a big movement. Really, eventually, I want him to really put all of his weight or a lot of his weight back onto his hind end and really move that where he will do a big turn. But we're going to break everything down into small baby steps. And we're going to do that for all stages of his training, whether it's gentling them and teaching them to wear halter or accept touch, pick up their feet. And here he wants to turn away. So if we're moving forward well, and he goes to turn away, I am going to pick up on my lead rope when his front inside foot is up. If he's trying to move into me, I'm going to drive him away when his front outside foot is up. So we're always talking to their feet. This stuff can be hard to remember what's the best way to do it to make it easy for them to understand. Sometimes I think about like putting all kinds of sticky notes all over my barn to help me remember. Because I'm learning along with you guys. I've done this with a lot of animals, but we're all learning at our own stage, our own journey. And there are a lot of things to try to remember. So like right now when he's moving, I want to pick up on that slack when his front inside foot is up. And I think when I'm doing this again with one that's resistant, doesn't understand, I'd probably start with a shorter lead rope, not give them so much room. The better we can be at anticipating what they're going to do, the better we can help them and support what we're asking. When you start working on centered circles with your donkey, they can just do a few steps, and we want him to learn when I stop, he stops. So when you stop, your donkey stops. But right now, we're not getting enough good forward movement that I'm going to ask that. But you're going to know that they're ready to stop when they start to like bob their head a little bit. Just really start to watch and pay attention to your animal's body language. And that way you can pick up on that. It can be a hard thing to recognize when they look like they're ready to stop. But right now with Joker, it's just getting him to be willing to go. There's no problem with getting him to stop yet. So go out with your donkeys and practice this. Remember, break it down. Now he did a few steps that were good, and I'm going to give him a break. Breaks are really important. Now, right now, he's coming into me, and that's not a big deal, guys. I'm not petting him yet because I really want him to have some time to think and soak in what we just did. And then in a minute, I will start petting him. Now, don't forget, we're going to be doing a tying lesson soon and then working with Cisco on accepting touch. We're going to be petting his or brushing his legs all the way down to his hoof and really working on recognizing all the different signs of how he's feeling while we're doing all these different tasks to help gentle and train our wild donkeys. All right, now Joker is having his first tying lesson, and he's been walking around a lot. I just barely tied him up. He's tied up onto a high line so he can move. You see now he doesn't really know what to think of this. So we're gonna let him be tied up here for a little bit, and I will turn it back on so you guys can see what he's like after having some time up there. Again, this is his first time ever being tied. But the benefit of the high line is they can move around, they can move their feet, which helps decrease their stress, avoid the pawing or pulling. And before this, we worked on clearing the front, and we did some centered circles. They weren't very centered yet, guys, but we were working on it. And then I let him by his foot for a little bit. So now he can just get used to the idea of being tied up. So I'm working with Cisco right now, and I just want to point out, like, he's doing really good, but do you see that trembling? He's nervous, and that trembling is a sign that he's nervous. It's not so cold out that he would be trembling from being cold. Look at this. Look how curious Cisco is. He likes his training. All right, come over here. All right, so we're working on just getting him comfortable being brushed everywhere. And I just finished his session and I thought I was recording and I wasn't. So I'm just gonna show you. I'm doing the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deep. And then I pay him each time. Keep that curiosity going. I'm not sure if you can see in the corner of the screen, Joker is having his tying lesson still, and he's starting to stand pretty darn still. So we're gonna do his front legs too. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deep. And he's really doing super well with all of this. You ready? Now remember, I wait till they're kind of facing me a little bit to show that they're ready. Right now he's facing away from me. He's not ready. Ready? There, now he's starting to tilt towards me. Wait for a little bit more, because he already turned away from me. There we go. See that? He's totally ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deep. That's a really good job, Cisco. Nice work. Now this is one of the steps for the target training and teaching them to pick up their feet. Now, if you guys saw the video, I haven't released it yet, but there's going to be a video coming out of, sorry, here, coming up with my words, working with Romeo because he had a crack in his foot. Our farrier has been teaching us how to trim, and we needed to get to it. So with him, we're doing a different way. This is my favorite way, but if you're in a rush or if you have one that's kicky, we started tying up Romeo to do him. And the reason we were tying him up is because it was more of an emergency situation, having to trim him. And sometimes he acted, when I was doing this brushing stuff with him, like maybe he might want to bite. So I tied him up just to make sure I was safe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deep. We want to make sure that they're totally comfortable with us all the way around them before we're trying to pick up their feet. Are you ready? Right now his head is still away from me. He's not ready yet. There, oh, almost. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deep. We're gonna pay him. And we're gonna do this till he acts really comfortable. Right now, I tried to take a video of it. Hopefully I did get the video. He's a little bit trembly, and although it is cold outside, pretty certain his trembliness is from being nervous. Now we're just gonna work through it and help him learn that I'm not gonna hurt him. But even right now, he's trembling a little bit by his armpit. You ready? But you see he's still curious. He still wants to train even though he feels a little nervous. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deep. Now Joker has his butt almost here, like I've told you, in a kick zone, but Joker has never been a kicky donkey, so I'm not worried about getting kicked, even though his butt is right there. Now Joker's tied up to a high line, that way he can move his feet, and he's just learning about being tied. You ready? We're gonna do one more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deep. He's sure getting comfortable. Right now when we're doing this, I'm not wanting him to pick up his foot. Later on we'll add that in. All right guys, we're gonna move on to the next animal. We've been getting so much snow, guys. We have these panels set up so that I can work them in the barn while it's cold out, and then send them into that pasture over there, or the paddock, whatever you want to call it. But you see all that snow, I'm not even sure if I'm able to move this gate. There's so much snow here. Might be kind of hard. Now Joker is just standing there all chill. If you guys remember earlier, he was moving around a lot. He has really started to relax over here. And that's why tying them to a high line is really helpful, because they get to move their feet. It helps them calm down. I was able to get this gate open. I can try to send these guys. Come on. Come on. Ah, they need it open once again. Now go out. Go on. There we go. We got one. Now we just gotta move you, Cisco. There. He's like, oh my gosh, the snow is deep. Some of us definitely like the snow more than others, and here's one. Calamity Jane, she loves the snow, just plowing through it. So cute. Thank you guys for watching. I'm super excited that so many people are interested in learning more about training their donkeys. I think that they are so misunderstood, and there's lots of things that these donkeys are going to teach us, learning to be patient and to go on donkey time. It will be faster in the long run. Good luck working with your donkeys. I love to hear your stories, and thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and all of your comments. You guys are absolutely wonderful.